Relationships. What are mistakes that are frequently made at the start of new relationships? How to avoid them?
Because new relationships are very charged with sexual energy, and you go into the infatuation stage. When that wears off, oftentimes the relationship just doesn't work. People think that's the whole relationship, but in all actuality, it's not.
What don't most people realize about relationships?
That the other person can't meet every single need that you have.
What is your one piece of advice for having a successful, lasting relationship?
Stop trying to change the person you're with and learn to accept them where they're at, where they're going, who they are. Set down the rules between you and then go from there. Build on it from there.
What one thing could everyone start doing today to improve their most important relationship with family, friends, and colleagues?
The one thing that they can do to improve is improve the relationship with themselves first. Then everything falls into place.
What is the biggest myth about healthy relationships?
The biggest myth about healthy relationships? Thinking you know what healthy is. But in actuality, you don't have a clue. That would be a myth. It's all subjective. If it's not working, find out why not. Try a different way. Find a healthier way. Be honest. Be respectful.
Why and when do good relationships turn abusive?
They usually don't. Unless something drastic changed in either person's personality. Could be due to illness, it could be due to using drugs, it could be due to accidents. If a healthy relationship turns abusive, then you have to look at the whole relationship and why. What happened to make it do that?
What are examples, or what are some examples of poor boundaries?
When somebody is in your space, in your things, want to know everything about you, what are you doing, don't trust you, following you around, trying to catch you in a lie, they're all poor boundaries.
What do you think is the major mistake many people make when looking for a partner for a long-term relationship or marriage?
High expectations. The expectations may be too high to where a person can't ever meet them. Or low expectations.
Why is it that relationships make you lose your identity and ambition?
Well, I would say if you're in a relationship that makes you lose your identity and your ambition, you need to get out of it, because that sounds like it's very codependent. And you're looking at the other person for your identity and your independence. It's not going to happen.
What should I do when my wife becomes my boss?
Well, that's a very funny question, because most men would tell me their wives are their bosses. Though I'm not quite sure. If you're talking about an employment situation, I'd probably get another job or get transferred if my spouse were to become my boss. That wouldn't work.
What are the first steps to starting a relationship?
Hello, you could begin there. And again, the first step that starting a relationship starts with the relationship you have with yourself.
Will our family still be our family after death?
Depends on why you were with them in this lifetime. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Depends on how strong the love bond is. That doesn't break when you leave the earth.
Do we need to have relationships with others to really know who we are?
Oh yeah. The others are the ones that challenge us. It's all the others in our lives that help us grow.
What screams, I'm insecure in my relationship?
I can't trust you. I'm afraid of you. I'm trying to please you to my own detriment.
What are unhealthy behaviors in a relationship that no one ever thinks about?
Attitudes, abusive language, put downs, embarrassment, trying to embarrass people. None of that is healthy.
What do you know, or how do you know when it's truly over in a relationship?
When you're numb and there's nothing left to give, nothing left to feel, you don't want to do anything about it, that might be a red flag. It's over.
What is the difference between being stuck with someone toxic because we're dependent and trying accepting someone's flaws in the interest of the relationship?
There's too many things in that statement. If you're stuck in a relationship that's toxic, why would you try to be accepting of it when it's interfering with your life?
What's the difference between karmic relationships, soulmates, and which one are usually more lasting?
Usually neither one. Karmic relationship is where you're trying to work out something with somebody. Once it's worked out, you're either going to develop a healthy relationship or go on your own way. A soulmate is anyone that comes into your life that forces you to grow or enhances your life. That can be a soulmate. Soulmates can be for one night, 1 hour, 10 years, 20 years. Depends on the purpose, again, why they're there.